Tonight, more than 100 taxi drivers packing the City of Atlanta's Transportation Committee meeting.
And many were there to voice concerns about legislation to deregulate taxis at the airport. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates is live at Hartsfield-Jackson International with more on why these taxi workers, they're really just outraged out here.
Well, Jennifer, so many taxi drivers left their post here at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport to voice their concerns against that legislation. City officials tell me the only other topic that they have received more complaints about was the Atlanta Public Service Training Center, or Cop City. And because so many taxi drivers were upset, they're having to make some adjustments.
They're trying to make us like Uber.
Taxi drivers once again packed the City of Atlanta's Transportation Committee meeting, hoping to prevent what they call the deregulation of the industry at Hartsfield by removing requirements like the traditional taxi meter and overhead top light, and no longer will all the taxis have to be the same color. And while the legislation aims to remove barriers of entry, taxi drivers we spoke to say it does the opposite.
When you remove some of those things like the top light, as they're proposing here now, anybody can just come to the airport and pretend to be a taxi. And then there'll be robbery, there'll be stealing, there'll be overcharge, and we don't want that.
But supporters of the measure, like the president of Checkered Cab, Rick Hewitt, says the changes will help them better compete with rideshare apps.
It's an attempt to modernize the taxi industry in Atlanta. Most of the cities around us have already taken these measures to try to improve and compete with ride shares.
Still, because of the massive outcry against the legislation, council members voted to table the measure.
Today, you have taxi drivers who wanted to make sure that City Council heard them in full council meeting. They showed up at our transportation meeting to tell us again, we do not want this.
Now, city officials tell me they will be meeting with taxi drivers and some of their representatives to work through the details of this legislation. They say until then, they will not vote on the measure. Live at Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta International Airport, Bobeth Yates, 11 Alive News.